Hey guys, what's going on? This is Nicu, and in today's tutorial we'll learn how to create this awesome landing page. So we'll start by creating our project structure. For this particular example, we have the navbar component, the header, block with some featured stuff, the about, the gallery, and the footer. All of these components are just functional components. I've created them with just a function and will return a section element, and each one of them will have a CSS file imported. If you really need, you can pause and create these components. So let's go back and let's create the components or the content of the components in this order. So for the navbar, we'll have here 3 elements. The menu will be displayed here on the left. The about, the car will be displayed on the right, and we'll have the logo in the center. Of course, all of these are just for the display purpose. So a div element with a menu, and let's see, a div element for flirty flowers, and a div element for card. And for the CSS, we would have here to be a display flex, justify content, space between, a padding of 50% pixels bottom and top, font size of 24 pixels, a letter spacing of 1 pixel, font family to be sans serif. I imported them into the home. This one. And color be 46. Font weight be 600, and let's make them uppercase. Let's save, and yeah, we've got something here. Now what's next? Next is the header. For the header, we'll have here a small menu, and in the center we have displayed our art object that we will animate with the help of the GSAP later in this video. So going back to header, we'll have here an UL, and here we'll have an intro, about, and then featured. Remove this empty space, and here as well we'll have an h1 art object, and we'll give it an ID for later, header text. In the CSS, we'll have some things to do. So position relative, and for the header menu, we'll have position absolute with a left 0 and top 100 pixels, letter spacing 1 pixel, font family again syncopath, sans serif, color this time is a 6 to 6 2, grayish text transform uppercase, and for the list item margin and pixels 0, and for the H1, or let's better header text, let's header text, we have it to be font size 20 viewports width, so it will be responsive. Text transform uppercase, text align center, font family, and here we'll use another font. The font weight to be 600. Cool. We've got some changes. I think the font here was not applied, or was it? I think, yeah, it is applied. Okay. One thing I forgot to mention is we use the same custom cursor from previous videos. So here in the home, we'll have the custom cursor component imported. So in the home CSS, here we'll add some spacing on the right and on the left to the main container. Padding 0 and 5 viewports width. Give it a little bit of room. And we'll go and have for the each section, we'll use section a lot on this one. Padding 100 pixels 0. And for the section header, we'll have a header, margin bottom 50 pixels. Saving, we'll have here already a scroll. Let's add a background color. So background color, let's create here a SAS variable bg color, which is f5 hashtag f5, f0 is 6c, so bg color. Yeah, we have this yellowish brownish color, and back to home, we'll go to the featured component. Again, pretty simple. Featured, where is featured here? Let's just go like this. Again, pretty simple. It's a section, and here we'll have two images, smaller one on the left and the one that will get the full height on the right. So let's see, a div here, actually two, class name to be featured row layout, and here we'll need it to be featured column, and inside of the row layout we'll have an h6 with text green, and for the image we'll import here const from photos and photos. Photos is from data, which is these two unsplash images. So we would import here, import photos from data. Word, let's room here, so we know that there are two images, so first and second image. Let's name it properly, or actually first URL, second URL, yeah. And here we'll, for the image, we'll give the source to be first image. Let's save, and here we'll have an h6 for Lily and an image with a source for the second URL. First URL. Yeah, we have even here Gatsby showing us we had an error, something red, yeah. And we're saving. We see some images right away. We now need to style them. So going back to the CSS, we'll use grids. If you're not familiar with grid, please go and check the CSS trick article. It's really good. I always go back to it. So display grid, and now we align them center, and for the image we'll make them clip path to be inset of 0%, 0%, 0%, 0%. And for the h6 we'll make them font size 22 pixels, font transform, text transform, yeah, uppercase, and for the font weight to be around 500. Now inside of each element here we'll have an additional grid. Unfortunately we don't have subgrid supported everywhere, so I'll work with what I have. Featured row layout and featured column layout. Gonna be a display grid and with a gap of 10 pixels. Let's save. Yeah, we already see some improvements. And for and now we'll need to trigger or to target each class individually. So featured row layout grid template. Repeat, we need 2 columns and image to be around width 100%, and let's object fix cover. Yeah, cool. And for the featured column layout we'll have a grid template, columns be, let's see, 100 pixels and auto. Align items flex end, because we want the text to be here on the bottom. For the image we have the width to be 100% and the height to be around 125 VHs, and object fit cover as well. And for the text, yep, and for the text here we want it to be transformed, so h6 transform. So first we'll want it to be translated 100%, yeah, and then be rotated minus 90 degrees, yeah. But now we want to because it's let's see, because the center or the transform origin is the right side, we wanted to change it. So transform origin be the left and the bottom, yeah. And then we want it to be justify self end. Cool. So we have the Lily text. There are 2 small things to fix. Is we have to change here grid template rows, yeah. And for the I think this is header, yeah. For the header could come here and apply the font weight 100. Cool, yeah, that's more better. Yeah, so we have now 2 sections. Let's go further. Home. We have the about section. So the about section will be more of a text based. Let's give it a name of to be a headline post. And here we need a new component. We'll call it new folder section header. I'll make it reusable, so inside of it will have an index.tsx and style.css. So this one is gonna be an RFC, and it will return an h6. We'll get a section header. We'll get the title as a prop, render it, and we'll get class name of section header. And for the style, let's import the style. For the style, we have here section header, which is a text transform uppercase, font weight 600, letter spacing 1 pixel, font family syncopate, sans serif, and the color to be 626262. Saving. Save. We have to import it in about, so section header. We will pass the property to be title, which is about. Save, yeah, and we see this headline. And now to style the actual paragraph, we'll trigger the paragraph and font size 70 pixels, line height 1.12, let's say, and save. Yeah, we have this nice paragraph. Next we have the gallery, which is pretty cool in the end product. We have here an array of images, and each image is having 4 properties, so the source, the title, the subtitle, and some category. Let's see. So we have an div, and with the class name to be gallery, and here we'll have another div for the class name gallery counter. So we'll have, so this will work as a slideshow. Because of that, we'll need some kind of indicator on which slide we are currently now. And here we'll iterate through images, and we'll get the image and the index. And we'll have to create a new component. Let's call it function gallery item. Will return something, we don't know yet what. So gallery item, and save. Doesn't want to save. Yeah, So it needs to be passed a string, so the source, so the image dot source as the key, and it should be passed the index, and all the objects from the image we will have to update a state. So const active image is set active image is a use state word state, and we'll need it to have a function. Well, yeah, not really. So the update active image is gonna be on a function that sets active image to x plus 1, because it is an array. And for the gallery item, we will get the source, the category, the subtitle, title, the update active image, and the index. And oh, not here. Take it here. And for the div, we'll have a class name, gallery item wrapper, and inside here we have a div, class name, gallery item. And here we'll go with 2 new elements, one for the gallery item info, one for the gallery item image. And the gallery item image will have the background image as an URL $source. And for the info, we'll have here an h1 with a class name of gallery info title. This is the title. Let's duplicate an h6 for the subtitle, and a paragraph for the category. So let's copy category. So in the gallery wrapper, we have a background colors to be the 533F41, so it's a red. We want it to be full width, so we'll have to margin left -5 viewport width, and margin right -5. And for the gallery counter, we'll make it position absolute. We'll make it top 110%, left about 100 pixels. Let's give it a Z index 1. Mix blend mode difference, line height to be 60 pixels, 16, color to have the EBD 8.6. The font family is by Jamdure. Font weight is 600. The font size 16 pixels, and display line block. We'll have there, I think we didn't even write, then with active image. Then that will have a class to be divider, and the span with the total counter divider, content background color white with 6.25 viewport width, margin around 7 pixels top and bottom, height 1 pixel, and display line block. Save, refresh. There's something, but not quite what I want. Let's style further. So for the gallery, make it 80 viewport height, padding 10, viewport height 0, width 400%, display flex wrap, no wrap. And why 400% is to have enough space for the horizontal scroll when we get to that point. So for the gallery item, we want width 100%, height 100%, position relative, and we'll change transform for later. And for the gallery item info, position absolute, bottom 10%, then index 1, transform translate x -20%, color is dbd 8d6. I probably should get this value into a variable. Gallery item title, line height 6, viewport width, font family to be by Jean Jouret, font weight 600, font size 6, viewport width, and gallery item subtitle, the position relative, line height, viewport width, font family Bodoni Moda, color transparent, font weight 400, font size 6, viewport width, and we'll make it stroked. So WebKit text stroke 2 pixels, and just copy this color. And for the gallery item category, we have position relative, line height 24 pixels, font family by Jouret, and font weight 400, font size 24 pixels, and the margin top to be 24, viewport height. Gallery info. Info. For the divider, yeah, so we got something. Let's see to the gallery. We have here the image and the wrapper. So we want the image to have always an aspect ratio of 16:9. So there is a new property called aspect ratio. You can pass a value in this form, and it will always, no matter what screen, it will keep the aspect ratio of the container at 16:9. If, for example, I place here 1, it will keep it at the perfect square. So yeah, this one is not supported by every browser. Again, there are some other ways. So, but again, for the purpose of this video, I'm gonna use this. So height 100%. We'll go with display grid, and for this we'll have 3 columns, and the width to be 100 of the viewport. So yeah, we already see some new changes. Let's bring the images. Gallery item image. Background size cover. Background position center. Transform origin center. Width 100%, height 100%. We'll change transform. Scale 0.7, or actually let's first like this. So it's because we created a 3-column grid, we have to come here and add an empty div here. And here. Let's refresh. Yeah, so we've got the images, yeah, right, there are more of them, but still there are some issues here with margin 24 2 VH. Yes. So small mistake here. If we refresh, cool, and let's see what happened to our counter. Yeah, that's why, guys, you need TypeScript. Save. Still not here. Huh. But it should work now. Yeah, so I think we have to add a relative. Yeah, so have this counter here played. Cool. What is left? Let's see. In the footer, still have section header with the title made in, and an H1 the Rio de Janeiro, and let's give it the class name, the location ID, location text, and for the style We have here text align center, padding bottom 200 pixel, and for the location, have font size 80 viewport width, text transform uppercase, and the font family of Bodoni Moda serif. Let's save and let's go, and we see the Rio de Janeiro text. So okay guys, I think this is gonna be all for the part 1 of this video. It's quite a lot, but we kind of had to get through all of this. In the next video, we'll add a Locomotive Scroll, GSAP, and intersection observer to animate text and videos of this page, and here to create add a slider with the help of scroll trigger from the GSAP. So see you to the next one.